Chapter 756. Can I tell you, after I sought it out a bit, I think I need some time to think. Kishir, observing Yidhir's pale complexion silently, nodded in agreement. Alright, but I will set one condition. You don't have to talk right now, but continue to sleep here. Is that acceptable? It was clear that Kishir wanted to keep Yidhir close and watch over him, especially since Yidhir had a similar concern when Kishir had stayed up all night analyzing a previous game. Yidhir, not wanting to add to Kishir's concerns from the start of a new day, nodded in agreement, signifying his consent. Understood. And if you feel unwell during today's activities, report immediately or return to your quarters. I don't think that will happen, but I will do as you say. Yidhir readily agreed, knowing that Kishir would not be at ease otherwise. Only then did Kishir's gaze soften as expected. Now, let's start a pleasant day with a meal. The meal was already set in the office connected to the bedroom, a sign for Yidhir's rare oversleeping. The mornings of the cavalry usually began before sunrise. Given the nature of the organization, where all members followed similar schedules, missing a meal time presented many difficulties. However, that was the story of the members who had to take care of their own meals. For Commander Kishir, it was not an issue. Even in the capital, he often took his meals in the office when busy. Adding an extra portion for Yidhir was an easy task. Others would only thank the commander and the assistant for eating breakfast together because they were so busy with work that they had to eat in the office without time to go to the dining room. For Yidhir, it was a convenient action in many ways as it gave him a little more time to rest. Yidhir steadily ate the many breads piled in front of him and the soup in a bowl that was somehow bigger than Kishir's, while assessing his physical condition. Despite oversleeping, he didn't feel fatigued. His appetite was normal and his body moved as usual. The power of the awakener in him seemed almost fully restored, strong enough to turn the building upside down if necessary. He felt relieved that the strange nightmare didn't seem to affect his physical state. But what was that dream about? It was different from any dream he had ever had. It wasn't a dream of revisiting past memories, and it had a strange reality for a meaningless mix of unconsciousness. The hand he saw in the dream was unmistakably Kishir's from a previous life. When Yidhir called out Kishir, it was as if the hand confirmed it by writing an answer on his neck. The movement of that hand, despite being just a hand, seemed to possess a distinct identity. Could it really have been just a dream? As he recalled the pungent smell of blood from the dream, his appetite vanished. Although he usually ate whatever was given, he knew continuing to eat now would upset his stomach. Yidhir quietly put down his spoon and finished his meal. Kishir, who was expecting to say something, surprisingly said nothing even after seeing the remaining food. His silent consideration was never more welcome than it was now. Yidhir rose from his seat, shaking off the lingering image of a white glove that still seemed to scratch at the corner of his mind. From today, when it was a foregone conclusion that he would stay in the south for a while, he had to wear the official uniform again. He clenched his fist, thinking about the uniform in the luggage he had bought from the capital, hoping that he wouldn't have to wear it if possible. Commander Kurga has returned, along with Commander Suns and Deputy Commander Amon of the Imperial Army Special Forces. The first to visit the office after the meal were the members with bright faces. They brought news of Kurga's safe return, who had been out of contact since leaving yesterday under the orders of Kishir to investigate the death of Herni's second prince. Yidhir's mood considerably lightened upon hearing this. Kurga, after inspecting the corpse of Herni's second prince on Kishir's orders, had been directed to head to Sherburn Port with the knights of the Herni family. However, he had not returned even after all the members and monsters were dealt with, as he should have first come to headquarters to gather members for the journey. But Kurga wasn't the only one who hadn't returned. The knights of the Herni family who left with him, as well as Commander Suns and Deputy Commander Amon of the Imperial Corps, also hadn't returned, a fact that was only belatedly realized to everyone's surprise. The late realization of Sun's and Emon's absence was ironically due to the extensive trust between the cavalry and the Imperial Army Special Forces amidst the sudden chaos. Kishir and Yidar, along with the cavalry side, had assumed that the two would have returned on their own after confirming the corpse of Hörni's second prince. Even when they were not seen, it was naturally assumed they had either stepped away to report to General Gino due to the recent events or were briefly elsewhere for other matters. Conversely, the Imperial Army thought Suns and Emon, who hadn't returned since going to confirm the corpse, had been asked to step away by the cavalry side. Their absence was not immediately noticed as the collaboration with the cavalry in battle went smoothly without them, and there was no room to consider their absence in the immediate aftermath of the fight. The members of the Imperial Army only began to find the prolonged absence of their commander and deputy commander strange after learning of Kurga's absence. Both sides had trusted that any issue would be immediately communicated, which ironically led to the late realization of the problem. Kishir, upon learning of the absence of Suns and Emon through the hurriedly arriving Imperial Army members, focused on the commonality that all these who hadn't returned had gone together to confirm the corpse of Hörni's second prince. Suns and Emon, as well as Kurga, were all supposed to return to the cavalry first. It would have been natural for them to ride together with the knights of the Hörni family. It's highly likely that something happened in the process. Kishir ordered several members of the Imperial Army and the cavalry to investigate the route from where Hörni's second prince's body lay to the cavalry branch, as well as the direction towards Sharpen Port where Kurga was originally headed. The safe return of Kurga, Suns and Emon seemed to fortunately confirm his speculation. Soon, the large bear-like figures of Kurga, Suns and Emon entered the office. Kurga Singh, reporting my return. Commander Suns and Deputy Commander Emon of the Imperial Army have come to greet the commander of the cavalry. Yidar quietly scrutinized the three, each taking turns to greet. Their appearance, disheveled and clearly just returned, bore evidence of their ordeal, bandaged from various injuries. Fortunately, it seems there were no serious injuries, but from the looks of it, they must have met with the priest for treatment immediately upon arrival. It's a relief to see everyone returned safely. I know you must be weary, but could you tell us what happened yesterday? Yes, of course. Kurga, adopting a formal stance, saluted in the manner of the cavalry and then boldly reported the events that had transpired. Yesterday, I was ordered by the commander to recruit 5 more members of the cavalry and accompany the knights of the Hörni family to Sharpen Port to investigate the death of the second prince. Thankfully, Commander Suns and Deputy Commander Emon offered their assistance as well. We initially planned to head to the cavalry first, but one of the Hörni's knights insisted that we should not wait to gather more cavalry members and should go directly to Sharpen Port. So, Kurga's account was almost similar to what Kishir had anticipated, yet with some differences. The one who had altered their course, originally planning to stop at the cavalry before heading to Sharpen Port, was a stubborn knight of the Hörni family, Radel. He was adamant about not waiting for the cavalry and insisted on going straight to Sharpen Port. Kurga, Suns and Emon thought this could compromise the impartiality of the investigation, leading to their disagreement. Eventually, Radel left for the Sharpen Port in anger, and Kurga, Suns and Emon had no choice but to follow him. Their best decision at that time was to go ahead to Sharpen Port to monitor Radel's movements and then recruit people from the cavalry branch. But on our way to Sharpen Port, we realized that Sir Radel's actions were suspicious. Obviously, very, very suspicious.